So much happened in March 2021 when I was reviewing all of these things. Hello and welcome back to the Miscellaneous channel where we do miscellaneous things. I'm Zeleny. In today's video I wanted to start a new monthly series on my channel where I sort of recap the internet trends of the past month. I am on Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all day, every day, 24/7. I thought I should put that time to good use and share sort of the trends I'm seeing pop up, because it's very interesting to see how many things really happen in a month on the internet. That way I have this video to look back at, to know what we were into in March of 2021. So I got this idea like a week or so into March, so I only started documenting these trends sort of then and sort of retroactively looking at them, but I'm hopeful the coming months I'll be starting fresh and starting from the beginning. This one might be a little incomplete due to that. And these trends I'm going to talk about are heavily based on my own algorithm, my own preferences. I don't know if any of y'all will have seen these trends. Maybe you do if you have similar algorithms, but this is definitely not going to capture every single trend. I'm generally going to talk about sort of trending pop culture moments, trending TV, TikTok trends, Twitter trends. I may mention other social media apps here and there, but to be honest, like, stuff's not really happening or originating in Facebook or Instagram anymore, so likely those will not come up a lot in this unless a major development happens in those apps. And also, on the other hand, apps like Reddit are too sort of niche, I feel like, for like mainstream and analysis. Like, I think the perfect middle ground is TikTok and Twitter. I feel like that's where most trends are originating right now. That's where we're seeing internet culture sort of become widespread and viral most. And YouTube, but YouTube is kind of a weird, somewhere in between TV and social media. It's its own sort of category almost. So let's begin with March 2021 trends. Let's start with my principal area of expertise, which is TV. I love TV. I watch a lot of it. Hot on the TV this month, Paramount Plus is a new streaming service that launched, and we were bombarded with ads. At least I was on every social media app. Paramount Plus is actually not a new streaming service. It was formerly known as CBS All Access. It acquired a bunch of new channels on it basically, and now it has a lot more going for it, so they rebranded it to Paramount Plus. I'm obviously not like sponsored by Paramount Plus. I wish I was, but I kind of recommend it if it has shows you're looking for. Like, it has all of Drag Race, every Drag Race season. It has every Survivor season, Amazing Race. A lot of those vintage MTV shows like Next and Parental Control. They have old Nickelodeon shows like Zoey 101 and, you know, whatever. So it's actually kind of a decent app. But it is just like, it's kind of like streaming service fatigue as well. I'm assuming not many people are getting this one right away because we already have so many streaming services. So as far as Disney Plus, we had the finale of WandaVision, which was a show lots of people were going crazy about all over social media. There was a lot of people liking the show. It seemed like it was kind of talked about even beyond sort of the Marvel hardcore fans. It gave us this meme of the winking Agnes, and I'm really happy this actress is getting some recognition finally. Like, I remember her on Parks and Rec, and she was so funny on that show. So the biggest meme from WandaVision is this winking Agnes meme. It can be applied to so many situations, and it has been. And on a lower scale, there was also like a meme about Vision when he was wearing that sweater, and there was a lot of like comparisons to The Rock and edits of him with a little gold chain, because there's that meme of The Rock with the sweater. Anyway, this was a less widespread meme, I think, but it was kind of a funny moment that came from the finale specifically. In the reality TV world, we had RuPaul's Drag Race UK have its finale. It had a big plot twist at the end with the winner, honestly. Netflix also launched this very dystopian show called Marriage or Mortgage. I have specific videos talking about those two shows. on my channel, and you can check them out if you're interested. I had a lot of feelings about both the shows. Next, let's look at sort of TV, but TV adjacent to pop culture, TV's influence, or anyway, I think you'll understand once you see what's in the category. So Taylor Swift got into a fight with this teen show on Netflix called Ginny and Georgia. I have a whole video about that if you want to know the tea. Basically, Taylor Swift is upset at this joke that they made in the show, but it's a fictional show, and I don't know, it's just kind of an old joke. Next is probably the biggest, I think, TV and big celebrity pop culture moment, and that was the Harry and Meghan Markle interview expose thing with Oprah. This was a huge deal all over social media. If you were online at this time, it was everywhere, and it spawned a lot of memes of Oprah. Like Oprah, it was her big comeback into like interviewing, not big comeback, but like she came back for a big thing here with this expose. It exposed the not so shocking fact that the royals are racist. Like, no one was surprised except Oprah. It brought us that clip of her saying, "What?" Or that clip of her saying, "Were you silent?
Or were you silenced?"
That was iconic. And then we have the meme that is basically the new iteration of the Drake Hotline Bling. It's the exact same thing, but with Oprah being like, nope. That's such a good one. It was everywhere this month. So the next big TV moment that happened was the 2021 Grammys aired. They were some sort of mixture of virtual and socially distanced in-person awards. I think, as usual, the judging, or not the judging, this isn't Drag Race, the awards of the Grammys were very questionable in certain categories, and I think people are pretty over it at this point. I think the show itself, the production, and the performances were kind of cool and interesting, how they had to sort of think outside the box with the COVID restrictions and whatnot. The Grammys gave us a great GIF with the WAP performance, and it also gave us this great Beyonce shook moment meme. And this is a good segue, I think, to talk about music. I only have one thing on my list for music for this month. There's probably more that I'm missing, but I wasn't paying that much attention, honestly. But at the very end of the month, Lil Nas X released his new single and music video, Montero, Call Me By Your Name, and it was instantly iconic. Like, this literally happened a few days ago. As soon as I saw the shot of him descending the pole to give Satan a lap dance, like, just how he's like turning and falling down the pole is like so internet to me. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense, but like, I knew instantly this was gonna be the moment. And it did become this meme, sort of paired with, you know, someone looking up and then the shot of him on the stripper pole in the sky. This music video is a huge deal because Lil Nas is sort of really embracing his sexuality. It's not something we see a lot in hip-hop. He's really a pioneer and really trying to be proud, I think, to sort of just preach self-acceptance by example, and he doesn't care that he's making conservatives mad, that it's like risque. He's just sort of taking the bull by the horns and just living his true self. I think most people are living for it, only like, you know, the usuals are pissed off about it, but I think it's really powerful. He's also just so in tune with the internet humor. Excuse me. I just love how he just gets the internet. Okay, let's move on to influencers that have fallen from grace. Let's do a cancel watch. I'm going to tell you who's canceled and why in a very brief need to know basis. We have two YouTubers on this cancel watch edition from March 2021. One is beauty YouTuber James Charles, who got kind of canceled. This one's very confusing because in the past, James Charles has been canceled for flirting too much or being too aggressive to the point of like sexual harassment. He's been canceled in the past for that. So he came out and proved to everybody that basically all those allegations in the past were false and was like, no, this is actually not true, and said there's no evidence, and everyone believed him. Basically, he was saved from cancellation, and everyone was like, wow, you were wrongfully canceled. And that was a very powerful moment because it sort of gave him a lot of credibility when he sort of proved, you know, he was innocent in the whole drama. Cut to now, James Charles had this scandal where he himself was like admitting on social media that he had accidentally been like flirting via DMs with a minor, like a 16-year-old guy that lied about his age and said he was over 18 to James Charles. And they exchanged some, I don't know, dirty photos or whatever. And James was just like, yeah, this happened, and in the future, I'm just going to ask for ID every time I flirt with anybody. So he basically admitted to flirtatiously DMing with a minor, but he didn't know at the time until later, and once he found out, he stopped talking to him. Obviously, a lot of people had a lot of bigger issues with this whole thing. So I think because James Charles sort of came out and acknowledged all of this and just like announced it himself, everyone was just like, okay, we're moving on. He's not DMing that guy anymore and everything's fine. But I think a lot of people that see him as problematic or see like a pattern of behavior of this kind are more concerned and are like, why isn't everyone canceling him? He's not like canceled in the mainstream sense, but most people, most commentary and drama channels are saying he should be canceled, and it's confusing why there's not more outrage. It makes no sense. Basically, James Charles has engaged in questionable behavior this past month, and if you're a supporter of his, maybe be wary of that fact. Next is another YouTuber, and he was actually very canceled, more in like a big, broad sense that we're used to seeing sort of a bigger downfall situation of a YouTuber, and that is David Dobrik. He's a vlogger that created a whole group of YouTubers called the Vlog Squad. He does like a lot of pranks and like dumb stuff, whatever crazy rich vloggers do. His whole world sort of imploded when an Insider article came out with some victims of one of the members of his Vlog Squad alleging that she was sexually assaulted. And it sort of just like led to a chain reaction of other people that were violated in some way with his vlogs. His vlogs were very like about shock factor and pranks. He had so much power and so much money that so many people, wannabe influencers, would come to him and basically be willing to do anything on his vlogs in order to get the fame that he could provide or the money. Basically now it's all sort of imploded and he's pretty canceled as far as the YouTube space goes. He had a lot of high profile brand deals that he lost. He had crossed over into like mainstream work. Like this guy had a lot of success. He was almost like a Jake Paul that wasn't like as douchey. He was like almost like a counter to him, but turns out he's just as shitty as all the rest. So David Dobrik is canceled. Next, let's go into Twitter trends. I love my Twitter. This month on Twitter, we reminisced about our quarantine anniversary, the moment 1 year ago that time sort of froze and stood still to this day. We made fun of a boat that is currently still, as of filming this video, stuck in the Suez Canal, stopping a bunch of trade. I don't know, I'm not an economist, but it's led to some memes. There's this meme where it's like applies to a lot of situations. They're just personifying the boat. On Twitter, we also watched this clout-chasing husband of Topanga try to take down Cinnamon Toast Crunch with some shrimp tails. Basically, this guy claimed he found shrimp tails in his cereal for Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and then everyone found out he was the husband of the actress that played Topanga in Boy Meets World, and that he has a history of being a douche or something, and then everyone hated him and canceled him. I don't know what the outcome ended up being of that situation, but it was definitely a weird day on Twitter. And then at the very end of this month, we watched Chet Hanks declare White Boy Summer.
I just got this feeling, man, that this summer is it's about to be a white boy summer.
Chet Hanks is just such an enigma. I do not understand him. How is he real? And that sort of rounded out our Twitter moments of the month. There are a few tweet formats that I noticed become pretty popular this month. It's almost a tweet version of memes where people adapt the tweet format into the whatever situation. The $1,400 stimulus checks came out in the US. They dropped. That led to this tweet template of my bank account, $1,400. Then at Wendy's, Gimme Wendy. That was a format I noticed a lot this month after the stimulus dropped. There was also this tweet format that is like, what is this but blank persevering. That was a tweet format. And then at the end of the month, I noticed this tweet template that is, rest in peace, blank, you would have loved blank. So it was like, rip John F. Kennedy, you would have loved OnlyFans. That tweet template has become popular towards the end of the month. And finally, let's discuss TikTok, my favorite entertainment app. I think TikTok is just like, knows me better than I know myself. So TikTok is one of my favorite social media apps to be on. TikTok trends move so fast, so this is just a few that I noticed. So this trend is from previous months, but it is still going strong that I see. It's like the show me a video that lives in your head rent free, or tell me you're blah 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 without telling me you're blah blah blah. They didn't become popular this month, but I noticed I still get a lot of those. Another trend that I've enjoyed is this like road trip buddies video trend that's like, and I'm begging you, please don't go. That sound has become popular, and they wear sort of like a headscarf like this actually in those videos. Those are really cute. I like those. And then finally, the most used sound this month, the sound that's been stuck in all of our heads all month. Please sing it with me. Waking up in the morning, thinking about so many things. I just wish things would get better. Oh my god, that sound is everything. It's stuck in my head, and it was everywhere this month. I don't know if y'all have seen the original, but the original video is so funny. It's like this little girl, like, I don't know if it's on The Real Housewives or it's on one of those reality shows about older rich people. I love it. It's so funny. Did you guess it right, or did you sing something else? If you sang something else, let me know what you thought was what I was going to say for that one. So that's all I have for my March 2021 trends. I'm sure I missed a bajillion of them, but please let me know in the comments of any trends I missed. It would be really cool if this could be like a collaborative effort, and when I go back to reference this video in December or in future years, I can look at the comments too for any trends I didn't pick up in the video. So much happened in March 2021 when I was reviewing all of these things. It feels, I have like no concept of time anymore, I feel like, and things happen so fast on the internet. It's just crazy, honestly. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed. I put out new videos twice a week on this channel, usually talking about pop culture, Netflix, dumb shows, nostalgic things, and other just miscellaneous random stuff. So you can always follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Miscellaneous to get updated about my new videos, or just turn on the bell notification here on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!